Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. Today we have some very interesting KCORP and LCS news to talk about. As you guys can see on the screen, Wooloo tweeted this out yesterday, I guess by the time you're watching this video. He said, bot laner Cowrie has reached a verbal agreement with KCORP earlier today, as reported by Alejandro Gomis, I guess, was the first one to break the story. He said Cowrie qualified to Worlds Group Stage 2 play-ins with Evil Geniuses this year. Obviously, this was a big deal. Cowrie is a guy that Evil Geniuses has been high on for quite some time. So because of that, people were expecting, like, hey, once stuff started happening to Danny, that Cowrie was probably going to be the next Evil Geniuses AD carry. I mean, EG was always high on Cowrie, but Danny was always blocking his starting spot, and then now Danny out of the way, Cowrie's going to get moved up, right? No, all of a sudden, EG has neither one of these guys, which is kind of crazy. And we'll talk more about EG in a second, but just going forward with KCORP, it seems like KCORP was in talks with a bunch of different AD carries to replace Reckless. Obviously, if they made it to the LEC, it's looking like it was going to be Hansama. And it still looks like going forward, if KCORP does ever make it to the LEC, it still seems like they will be pretty interested in Hansama. I know some people have said there's even potentially a clause in that contract. It was like some weird rumor. I don't know if it's true or not, but maybe some rumor in Hans's contract that if KCORP ever makes it to the LEC, that he will have the opportunity to go play for KCORP, or at least, you know, be bought out from his G2 contract to play for KCORP. Who knows? But KCORP was also interested in Unforgiven. They end up with Cowrie. I think this is a very nice pickup to replace Reckless, and this is a huge opportunity for Cowrie. Obviously, he gets to kind of cross the ocean, go back closer to home. Maybe he wanted to be closer to friends, family, whatever. I don't know. Maybe he didn't have a ton of LCS options. I really don't know. I do think this guy's a very strong player. Obviously, lane dominant AD carry, able to get very good leads at a lot of games, you know, throughout the LCS playoffs and even some games at Worlds. There's definitely some questions about how he's able to transition those leads into actually winning games, winning team fights. His positioning in team fights is often questionable as well. But overall, I think he is a very good talent with a really good potential, bright future ahead of him. I have said, and I don't mean this in a bad way necessarily, I'm not trying to like shit on him. I am a Cowrie fan. I think he is going to be good. I think he might be a little bit overrated right now. You know, people saw how well he played in especially a bad situation at Worlds and in the LCS playoffs and stuff even. So then people are like, oh, you know, he's insane, he's cracked, like, oh, EG needs to keep him, yada yada. It's like, you know, hold on, we've still only seen a handful of games from him at the highest level. I do still think it's a great pickup for KCORP. Obviously, an ERL team, this is like a no-brainer, and if he does well, you know, we'll definitely be seeing him in the LEC sooner rather than later. But I think it's kind of a risk for him going over to Europe as well, because AD is stacked in Europe, and it's a very soft position in North America. So I think, you know, even if he still had like LCS Academy offers or something like that, they might want to consider those. Who knows? On the EG side, obviously, this means that likely Danny nor Cowrie will be EG's AD carry for next year. I know some of the rumors and stuff going around right now is that FBI could possibly be the next AD carry for Evil Geniuses. Other than that, I'm not really sure exactly who all the options are, but we'll have to wait and see. It seems like we will be getting some pretty significant shakeups to the EG roster for next season. But yeah, kind of sucks for LCS to be losing a talent and a prospect like this, but definitely a big pickup for KCORP, and I wish Cowrie the best of luck with his new team. But pretty much it for this video today, guys. Hopefully catch you in the next one. Peace.